out focus. I don't know why. I blame Jason Garrett, but it consistently happens. And I way overrated what to expect from my running game because I way overrated Ezekiel Elliott, who just is not himself anymore. He's lost his burst. He's lost his breakaway speed. He's lost his ability to make you miss at all. He's lost his nuclear capability. And his offensive line all too often gets its overpaid tails whipped at the line of scrimmage. So all that is negative, negative, negative. But I still got a quarterback. And he's a top 10 quarterback.
No, he's not. Stop saying that.
And he's got a top 1 connection with a wide receiver who's a top 10 receiver in Amari Cooper.
Okay.
They have an extraordinary rapport and wavelength. And when I have that, I've got a shot, which brings me to the NFC. What did we see last night? We saw the undefeated 49ers lose at home. I looked back at the end of the night and looked at the vast expanse of the NFC, and it's still wide open. What have we seen so far, Mr. Sharp? We saw San Francisco lose at home to a Seattle that, as we just talked about in the previous topic, has lost at home twice to Lamar Jackson, but also to Teddy Bridgewater, who was up 33-14 with 3 minutes left in that game. Just 2 weeks ago, we saw Green Bay, a team you love, with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, get demolished at Chargers, 26-11. 11? Mm-hmm. How do you score just 11? I don't know. It just sounds weird to me.
Is 11 more than 10?
And by the way, Green Bay lost at home to the Eagles, which brings me to the Saints. They just lost at home to Atlanta. Atlanta, 26-9. It wasn't even close.
Yes.
26-9. Atlanta terrorized Drew Brees in his house.
Yes, they did.
Which brings me to the Vikings. They lost at Chicago 16-6, and they lost to Matt Moore at Kansas City. They played really well on Sunday night in Dallas, but again, if fate intervened, if Dallas gets to play Minnesota, I know it's a 1,000,000,000 shot, but if Dallas gets to play Minnesota in the playoffs, seriously, from my heart, from my soul, would I be afraid of Minnesota? I would not be afraid, and I believe my team would have won that game if on 2nd and 2 at the 11, they had said, let Dak throw it to a receiver or a tight end. On 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, we would have won that game. So that brings me to my Dallas Cowboys. What do they have remaining? They have 2 really hard, they got 2 games in a row on the road. So they go at Detroit.
Loss.
And at New England.
Loss.
I believe they can win at Detroit. So guess what? Here's the last 5 games of that schedule. They get the Bills at home on Thanksgiving. I believe they can win that game. At Chicago, I believe now they can win that game. I wasn't sure before the year, but I believe now they can. The Rams come to Jerry World. We owe the Rams for the playoffs.
No, y'all
the Rams are also 5-4. Do the Rams look invincible to you?
You don't either.
Well, I don't know, but I think we could win that game. We always play well at Philadelphia. Always. We won there last year. We've won there a bunch of times in the historical past. So my team does not fear playing at Philadelphia, and I wouldn't love, but I would like my chances there. And then the Redskins have to come to Jerry World to close it out. Now, your schedule to close is pretty easy after the first 2 games. But the first 2, New England at home and Seattle at home, I'm not sure those are exactly
win.
What if you lose both those games?
What if we win both of them?
Okay, I'll take New England for 3 cases right now. You do it?
3.
We got till Friday.
Okay,
I want to build it up.
But again, if you happen to lose those 2 games, and you just told me Russell Wilson's the MVP, I kind of like the MVP at Philly.
Oh, no, he's not. Yeah. Lamar Jackson is. That's what you told me.
Okay. But then to close, it gets really easy because it's at Miami, and then they get the Giants twice, obviously home and away, at Washington. There is that little game stuck second to last against Dallas. But my point is, that schedule is far easier unless they lost their first 2 games. And don't let my team win at Detroit and then lose at New England and then finish with 5 straight wins, because that would add up to 11-5. That's
okay, Skip.
Okay? And the way I got you, if you lose the next 2, you're going to finish 10-6. So Huh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Does that mean one of those two teams? Oh, that would mean Dallas gets in the playoffs.
First of all, you're not going to skip. Nothing has changed in my mind because I told you at the beginning of the season,
Yep.
you guys were not going to make the playoffs. You said that's the most outlandish, that might be the most foolish thing you've said since we've been on this show 3 years. That's what you told me.
I did.
I don't look so foolish, now do I?
Nope, you don't.
Exactly.
I agree. Is it over?
It's over for you.
Remember last year, my team was 3-5, and
See.
you were just hoo-hawing over there.
You see?
Right?
This is what happens to you. Yeah,
3-5.
And this is what happens to you and Cowboys and Jerry. You see, and Cowboys fans, we were 3-5 last year. At least this year we're 5-4. Last year was last year. This is this year. Skip, you know what? See, here's the problem. There are two things I don't trust about the Cowboys: Dak Prescott and the coaching staff. Because there have been 6 games in which you scored 3 points or less in the first quarter. You're 2-4 in those games. And you know who those wins come against? The Giants in Washington. What are the likelihood they make the playoffs? Not very good. Thank you very much.
You're right. Yep. Is it over?
No, it's over for you.
Oh, really?
Everything but the crying.
Okay.
Everything but the crying. And you know, matter of fact, I got this for you already. I knew you were going to start crying.
nice.
Yeah, I had him set this over here because I knew it was going to happen.
I cry all the time.
Yeah, Skip, this is going to hurt.
I got my own. Thank you.
Skip, this is going to hurt. You know why it's going to hurt? Because it started out with so much promise. It started,
Expectations.
You know, with the relationship, you every day with the person. You hold a hand, y'all going to the movies, you're taking trips around the world, and then all of a sudden, one of the parties says, you know what? I got to stop and get off the train. Oh, I can't believe you did that to me. Somebody's crying. And that's what happened to you. Oh, there was 3-0.
You speak from experience.
I ain't speaking from nothing. I'm speaking from a position of power. I'm speaking from the catbird
But
seat.
you sound like you're speaking from the heart.
Never
How dare you do that to me after I took you around the world?
They already know. Shannonn took them to In-N-Out or something like that. And you go around the world. Shannonn
Going to In-N-Out.
Shannonn ain't been nowhere. But anyway, Skip, you know what? And I love this. I love this, Skip, because I told you. I said, there are 2 teams coming out of the North, and there's 2 teams coming out of the West.
I agree.
So only 1 team is coming out of the East.
Correct.
And they're going to be.
You are so right.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Skip, and see, the bye came at a perfect time. Because you're going to get Jason Peters' help. Brooks just signed a contract extension.
He got a big one.
Woo, yeah, that Achilles has healed it up. They didn't even expect them back to this point.
Wow.
And he came back early, so I like to Skip. You know what? Jordan Matthews can't play anywhere else but in Philly.
Really?
He has a great rapport with Walker Tour. Now watch, he going to come up big on Sunday.
Well, I know where he could play in college at Vanderbilt University, that pro pipeline that is Vanderbilt. There it is again. There's another Vandy kid.
This is what we know about the Cowboys. They are the greatest of all the professional sports teams. They are the greatest front runners in all of pro sport. Because you saw what they did against Philly. They jump out to a 14-0 lead, and all of a sudden they're walking around and prancing Jenny like a mule with a hat on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can imagine that what it sounds like, because I've seen a mule in a hat.
What they did last year, you call that front running when you go from 3-5 to the division title? Is that front running? No. That's like running from behind.
Listen to what I'm saying. When they get the lead, you saw what they did against the Eagles. They jump out 14-0, and guys doing handstands, and D. Ware and Robert Quinn, he riding the rodeo, he riding, and D. Law and Wolf Hunter howling, all that.
Who won that game?
I ain't seen, what I see, hold on. What I see Sunday? I ain't seen nobody riding the cowboy. I ain't seen no genuine song being played. Let's rock. All I heard was Paula Cole. Where have all the Cowboys gone?
You listen to that?
Yeah, I love Paula Cole. Yeah. Where they gone, Skip?
I don't know.
It's over. It's over for you. I told you from day one. And it's going to hurt even more because you got it. So, the season started with so much promise. But I told you were playing.
You're right.
Really not very good teams.
Yeah. Not just a bunch of junk we played early on. A bunch of junk. Yeah, I agree. You got me. It's over. And are they going to throw the parade? They had a bye week. Did they throw the parade?
No. No.
Little ticker tape? Nope.
Don't worry about what we got going on. You worry about your team.
If I were you, I'd be worried about your team this coming Sunday because here come Brady and Belichick. Win? How many cases?
All I do is win, no matter what.
How many? 3? 2? I'll do one. If you want to just be chicken and do one, I'll do one. I'll take New England coming off a bye.
Skip, I've been busting you up.
Yeah,
I've been busting you up lately.
And by the way, have you already just jumped right off the Russell Wilson bandwagon? Because have you just anointed him to open this show You don't think he can win at Philly?
Hold on.
Come on.
That's not
He just
what I
won
said.
at San Francisco.
That's not what I said.
Higher degree of difficulty at San Francisco or at Philadelphia?
Okay. In the
Philadelphia lost at home to Detroit.
In the Super-
Philadelphia lost at Atlanta.
and the
Philadelphia got dominated at Dallas.
and all of those losses, nothing is more crushing than losing to the Jets.
You
That
got
one's
me.
gonna be hard to forget.
You are right.
And-
I completely agree. It's over, says you. But says
why you
the
upset?
schedule. The schedule says it's just getting
Hold on.
started.
Hold on.
Right?
We coming off the bye. We got
Yep.
New England, Seattle. Win-win.
Okay.
Win at Dolphins.
Show me invincible in the NFC, Mr. Sharp. Show me one team where you say nobody can beat that team. Show me one.
I can show. I tell you what I can do. I can
Yep.
show you a team that's not going to make the playoffs. Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. Show me an invincible.
Washington.
Show me.
Huh?
Show me invincible.
No,
Help me out. I just went down the
there's no-
list.
Skip,
Green Bay?
Skip.
Minnesota?
Skip. You
San
know-
Francisco? Seattle? Give me one.
there's-
New Orleans?
There is no such thing
Help
as
me out.
invincible.
I'm looking for invincible.
There is no
I'm
such-
looking for game over.
Okay, well, hold on. Show me an invincible team in the AFC. Because
The Cowboys don't play in the
But that's my point, Skip.
AFC.
There is no invincibility in the NFL. The teams are on a given Sunday. Anything can happen on a given Monday or Thursday, whenever they play. Anything can happen. But I feel very comfortable from where I'm standing. I'm in the catbird seat.
You are. I agree. And it ain't over.
It's over for you.
Yeah, okay.
It's not over for us.
Well,
we try to get one of them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. That's a lot of games.
We 5-2.
It is locked. Yeah.
7 out of 16. That's
I
quite
think
a
you know what, Skip.
portion of the
Skip, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we're gonna be 6-1 or 7-0 in those games.
7-0.
6-1.
I'll bet
6
you.
and 1?
I'll bet you 10 cases you won't be 7-0.
6-1.
10?
7-0.
Yep.
6-1.
You would you take it?
that?
I tell you what, we're gonna
7-0
win the
for
division.
7 cases.
No.
7, 6, 5.
We will win the
4.
You want to? Hey,